What is up? All of you good people in the world out there, welcome to another episode of Titans Tube, and it is that time of year again. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, Caleb.
Yeah.
What are you thankful for? Give me something good.
You know what I'm thankful for, Justin? Net neutrality. Access to everything all out there on the web, you know?
All right.
Something I'm very thankful for.
Yeah,
what about you?
Important stuff.
What are you thankful for?
I am thankful for our new Patreons, or I should say patrons. They're supposed to be called patrons. Those people that are paying for that same access to the internet. Anyway, Keith Bailey, thank you, sir, for your donation. And by the way, go check out Keith Bailey's YouTube channel. He has his own weekly picks, his power rankings. He previews Titans games. It's good stuff, so make sure you check out that channel. Thank you, Keith, for your donation. And Nick is a douche. I'm not saying that that's his name. Nick is a douche. So either Nick, you either need to be nicer to your friend who might be named Nick, if that's his name.
Or he has really low self-esteem.
Or you have low self-esteem, Nick, so we need to pick that up. But thank you for that donation.
Yeah, which in that case, giving us the $1 donation would no longer make you a douche in my mind. So just call yourself Nick.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't know what we're talking about, we have a Patreon account where you can choose or not choose to pledge us a monthly donation to help keep this channel going. And for those of you that have pledged and are patrons, we will start, hopefully very shortly, be coming out with more videos that will be exclusively available to you.
Thank you, Justin, for that intro. You know what?
Yeah.
You're right. It is Thanksgiving week. And you know what? It looks like turkey ain't going to be the only thing that's on the Titans menu this week.
Yes.
Hopefully, we can be feasting on some of that young, uncastrated male horse meat.
Bro, can you just call them Colts? Do you have to get like that descriptive?
Dude, Wikipedia did. Anyways, Titans best not be eating too much of the granny's cornbread pudding, because we got to go to Indianapolis this Sunday, aka Hell on Earth, to play our division rivals, the Colts.
It is a bad place. But looking at this game, surprisingly, both teams are coming off a loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We lost to them on Thursday Night Football, as we all know and would like to forget. The Colts played them the Sunday before that, and they had a bye week on Sunday. So that's not fair. They got some rest before this game.
Well, Justin, since it was a Thursday night game, it's basically like a mini bye week for the Titans. I mean, they had 10 days. 10 days is what you have, Titans, to think about what you did to your hopeful fan base who thought that we were going to come out in primetime and make a statement against one of the AFC powerhouse teams, and instead you came out and crapped your pants in front of a national audience.
Yeah, exactly. And well, I mean, we've all crapped our pants in front of a national audience before, so I mean, it's understandable. It happens. Can I use your bathroom? But if you remember, last time the Titans and Colts matched up, it was on Monday Night Football in prime time. The Titans got the victory 36-22. We were able to break that curse of 11 straight losses.
But hold up, because there are more streaks to be broken with this game.
Always more streaks. Yeah.
Firstly, the Titans haven't beaten the Colts in Indy since 2007. That's over 10 years ago.
Where were we then?
You want to know? You want to know what we were doing 10 years ago? Look, here's a picture of us. Aw, look at how cute we were.
I think that was actually right after the Titans had won that game in Indianapolis. I mean, look how just happy and at peace we are with the world as a whole. It was such a happy time.
Well, besides not having beaten the Colts since that picture was taken, we also have never won in Lucas Oil Stadium. Ever.
I hate Lucas and his stupid oil.
So though we ended our overall losing streak to the Colts, we still have to break these streaks this year. This is the game.
This is it. This
is us. Do you watch that show? I don't. Everyone tells me to watch that show. I don't watch it.
I've heard of it. I'm with you. I don't watch it. What? This is us? Is this like
two people who don't? I mean, like that's like saying like, "Hey, I'm me." Would you watch that show?
Yeah, pay us for that. Hey, no, I wouldn't pay you for that. So.
I
mean, it's hard enough just to be your friend. Caleb, speaking of Lucas Oil Stadium, we will be journeying into the 7th level of that inferno to watch the game ourselves. So if you're going to the game by chance, hit us up on Twitter. Maybe we can meet up. And we'll be vlogging vlogging. That would be a video logging of the entire trip. So expect a very fun, I guess, different kind of video as we document our travels.
But this Colts team is not good, if I may be so blunt.
Well,
I mean, they have officially put Andrew Luck on IR, so God does exist. In case you were doubting, just look at that evidence as proof.
Yes, that's what's convinced me.
Yeah, I knew it would. And even better news is he actually left the country, so fingers crossed that he gets on a flight numbered 815 for all you Lost fans out there.
Oh, man. All right. That's harsh.
And then, since we last saw him, the Colts decided to go ahead and just get their best defensive player off the roster as well and said goodbye to Vontae Davis, who is no longer a Colt. So, more proof of the deity.
Man, your football and religion are very tightly intertwined.
Do not separate church and football.
But despite all that, they played the Steelers very tough in their game 2 Sundays ago. I mean, they played them better than the Titans did, that's for sure. They lost 20-17 in the final seconds. So we're not trying to take this team too lightly here. We're just trying to make fun of them because we hate the Colts.
True, but I mean, if you look at the stats of this Colts team, if there is a weakness to them, it's it's pretty much everything.
Yeah, you don't even have anything. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're 28th in total offense, and they only put up 17.9 points per game, which is 25th.
Ugh, yeah, and on the other side of the ball, they're 30th in total defense. They give up an average of 28 points per game, which is, you're going to have to scroll all the way down on your computers because that's dead last in the league.
Okay, so getting into the matchup, let's look at the Colts passing attack versus our secondary. The Colts passing offense is currently ranked 25th with only 205 yards averaged a game.
Lost my spot. Jacoby Brisket is still their main entree for this Thanksgiving weekend, but he's in concussion protocol. But it doesn't matter. I think he is expected to play, right?
Yeah, but I mean, looking at his numbers so far this season, they don't really jump off the paper at you, you know? He's only put up 2,100 passing yards and 9 TDs to 5 interceptions.
The number that does jump off the manuscript, Caleb, is 35. 35 being the number of times Jacoby Brisket has been sacked. That's a lot. A lot, as in most in the NFL this year.
Man,
so, come on now.
NFL defenses really like their Brisket. Though the rest of the team seems to be falling apart around them, the receiving corps has actually managed to stay together pretty well.
They still have T.Y. Hilton. That's obviously the #1 receiver you're going to look at when you look at this receiving group. He's leading their team in receiving yards with 725 and 3 touchdowns. He's had a few massive games, like seriously massive. Like he's going to want to call a doctor if this lasts longer than 4 hours massive.
They also have Dante Moncrief and Chester Rogers, their #2 and 3 wide receivers, who haven't put up great numbers overall so far this year, but they both had really long TDs against the Steelers in their last game.
Lo and behold, that son of a gun, Jack Doyle, is still back there making plays. I feel like the rest of the NFL is like, Jack Doyle, who? What is he? Oh, Titans fans will tell you who Jack Doyle is. Hate that man.
He's the one NFL player that I think if I ran into on the street, I would really give him a knuckle sandwich.
Get him that. I don't even care if he's hungry for it.
I say, you want this? You want my $5 foot-long Jack Doyle?
Well, don't say that while you're like punching low. That's like a different
Well,
thing.
See, this is just the version, and I hit him with the left hook. You want $5 foot-long Jack Doyle? How about this one? 2 for 1 Sundays.
Okay, not sure what you're doing in here. Jack Doyle gets the point, but that has not stopped him from being the Colts' #2 receiver as far as production goes. He has 450 yards, 2 touchdowns, one of them coming against the Titans on Monday night because he gets his touchdowns against the Titans.
Yeah. And looking at our secondary's most recent outing, I mean, let's see, Big Ben only managed to put up 4 passing touchdowns against us, 3 of those coming to Antonio Brown, and 1 yard shy of a 300-yard day.
It was about them getting worn down by the end of the game. They hung in there tough, but it's tough to keep hanging in there when the offense keeps giving the ball away and putting the defense on the field time and again. So they are ranked currently as the 21st pass defense and giving up yardage, but I like to think that they're better than that ranking based on what I've seen and based on my Titans fandom. They will once again have their work cut out for them because you can't trust the secondary 100% all the way, and because of the receivers that the Colts have and T.Y. Hilton. So I think we'll have to give the edge to the Titans.
Oh, man. You almost had me, but yeah, I agree with you.
All right, so moving on to the Titans passing versus the Colts secondary. There wasn't anything bad to mention about the Titans passing game
Let me think about this.
Nothing went wrong.
Yeah, if I think about the Titans passing, it was all perfect except for that. Oh yeah, Mariota threw 4 interceptions.
Yeah, it's true. It was a 4 interception game for Marcus, the most in his NFL career. He hadn't even had thrown more than 2 interceptions in a game before last Thursday, but he did have a beautiful pass to Rashard Matthews, that 75-yard touchdown. So he did make some good throws in the last game. So that's right, Mike Malarkey. We do acknowledge the good throws as well as the bad. But regardless, it was probably the worst game of Mariota's career in terms of taking care of the football, at least.
But Justin, let's not forget something very important.
What's that?
It's that Jesus had to frickin' die in order to be risen again. So let's consider Thursday night against the Steelers Marcus's crucifixion, and this Sunday shall be his resurrection.
Well, if your offensive scenario does come to fruition, I would hope that the life after death Mariota puts up better numbers.
You're right, because Mariota currently only has 8 touchdown passes to 10 interceptions.
If Marcus is going to strip off the grave clothes, he is going to need help rolling away the stone of mediocre play from his receivers.
You're right. Rashard Matthews was the only Titans receiver who had a good game last Thursday. I mean, Delaney, shall we call him Iscariot Walker now, dropped a wide open touchdown pass in the end zone, and Corey Davis doubted all the way.
Man, you are really all about these biblical references. It's Thanksgiving. It's not like it's Easter or Christmas. But it was an off game for the passing offense and the receivers. Not been pleasing to the eye as of late. But the Colts defense is ranked 30th in the league in passing. They waived their best player, like we said, in Vontae Davis. Malik Hooker, who was playing in that Monday night game last time we saw them, is now out. So a lot of key pieces on this passing defense are done. And they've got some people that we know very little about stepping in their place, such as Rashawn Melvin, who's got more A's in his first name than he does career interceptions. They've got Darius Butler. I have heard of him. Good job, Darius. And Pierre Desir. Pierre Desir? More like Pierre No Sir.
Well, got him.
Boom. Roasted.
Yeah, sorry Colts. It's not that our passing offense is that good. It's that your passing D is that bad.
Yeah.
So Titans get the edge in this one. Ami Tamian.
Okay. All right. I like when we get the edges. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Respond with thank you.
Thank you.
It's Thanksgiving. Okay, so on to that Indy rushing attack, eh? I mean, you think they can make it into the top 20? Oh, shoot, just missed it again. They're number 25 in rushing with 95 rushing yards per game. Oh, darn.
Yep.
Please don't lose, Titans. Okay.
Well, Justin, the numbers don't lie. And while the name Frank Gore might have given you nightmares in years past, you might have a better chance of hearing that name waiting for your table at Cracker Barrel than you would when he hits the pay dirt.
Because he's old, and that's the place where old people. Yeah, okay. Oh, but I mean, talking about numbers though, he does have more rushing yards than DeMarco Murray, but more numbers. That's on 30 more rushing attempts.
About 30. Easy there. Don't get exact.
Not exactly. Okay, about 30. 30. We're rounding here. But he only has 2 touchdowns, so maybe you're right.
And while Marlon Mack was a hot fantasy pickup for like 1 week, he hasn't really broken through either into this rushing game.
Honestly, one of their main rushing threats is Jacoby Brissett. He has 3 rushing touchdowns on the season, which is the same number he had when we first played him like a month and a half ago. So they still haven't eclipsed that 3 rushing touchdown marker yet.
So that should tell you something about their rushing attack. You know what, Justin? The quiet, bright spot for the Titans this year has been our rushing defense, where we're currently ranked 5th in the league. I mean, give it up for the Titans' rushing defense.
So, yeah, do we need to go on about this? Titans get the edge, right?
Edge tits.
Yo, you have a line. What's wrong with your eyes?
They're just really sore.
Sore from what?
From watching this Titans rushing attack.
Oh, well, yeah, but, yeah, ho, hey, burn. Well, I don't blame you for the sore eyes then, because the Titans rushing attack will give a lot of people sore eyes. But if you look at the numbers, we are 12th in the NFL in rushing at 117 yards per game. But I feel like that is due to like 3 or 4 games that we've had over the course of the season. But one of those games was against the Colts in that Monday Night Football game when Derrick Henry had a career rushing game.
Well, if there is any silver linings to this bad Colts team, it's that their rushing D is pretty average. You know, they're currently ranked 15th in the league.
Let's not have too much fun, though, because they do have some solid players on that front 7 of the Colts. John Bostic leads their team in tackles. Jabal Sheard leads their team with 4.5 sacks. John Simon has 2, and Barkevius Mingo has a really freaking weird name. I think his mother might have been drunk when she named him. Maybe she just really wanted a son that had some bark to him. But that's different if he could back it up with his bite. If his name was Barkevius Mingo, then we might have a problem on our hands.
Yes, it looks like he is all bark. Wouldn't you say? Maybe his mom should have just gotten a dog. You know, what scares me is the mediocrity of what has been our O-line and our rushing attack.
Yeah.
I mean, last week against the Steelers, we gave up 5 sacks, and we couldn't generate anything whatsoever on the ground after having one of our best games of the year against Cincy.
But it's hard to tell, because on paper, it looks like we have the talent to be one of the elite offensive lines, and I think we should clearly have the edge. I think that's one of the most disappointing aspects of the team so far, is the inconsistent play on the offensive line. What are we going to do with this advantage? What, I say?
We've seen some moments of greatness, but just not consistent enough for me to give them the edge in this one. I think I would call it a push.
Dark times where the Titans' running game gets a push against the Colts' defense. So yeah, special teams, okay. Don't do anything stupid, like give up a touchdown, or in poor tackling on guys like Chester Rogers and people who return the ball for them. What else you got?
Yeah, I mean, maybe Adoree can finally get in the end zone. We say it every week on this show during the segment because there's not a whole lot else to say.
Running out of time, Adoree. We need that punt kick return.
You got 6 games left.
We know you can do it, so frickin' do it. Adam Vinatieri, obviously a great kicker. If this game comes down to a final long field goal, I think that's the one way they can get the advantage in this comparison. But hopefully it won't come down to that. Hopefully we can take it to him and put the game out of reach.
I mean, with the way Brett Kern's punting right now, they're going to have a long way to go to get Mr. Vinatieri in the field goal range anyways. Edge, Titans.
Edge, Tennessee.
Titans. All right, Justin, that was probably the perfect way to break down this game.
We nailed it. We really nailed it.
I mean, good job.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being an excellent host to this show.
Thank you for being an excellent host as well.
It's the season of Thanksgiving.
So
you know what? I might donate to your Patreon account.
If you do, I'll donate to you.
So what are your keys to the game and predictions?
I'm just going to keep it simple. Offense, don't turn the ball over. You got to take care of the ball. I want to see 0 interceptions from Marcus Mariota in this game. If we don't turn the ball over, I think we can get enough done on both sides of the ball to beat this team. Control the game, control the clock by not turning the ball over. Brett Kern will keep your defense in good positioning should you need to punt. But yeah, I just really want to see a game where we don't turn the ball over. But let me see 31 points from this Titans offense.
Yeah, boy!
31 points. I'll give 17 to the Colts. I think one of those will be a late garbage touchdown. I think the Titans will go in and control this game. Their minds are right. They're focused. Steelers game was a wake-up call.
I'm really interested to see the Titans' resiliency here. I mean, coming off an embarrassing primetime loss to the Steelers where we got blown out. That's 2 games this year where we've really been blown off the field by the end of the game. I know we hung with the Steelers for 3 quarters, but by the end, it was a blowout.
Yeah, that point differential is looking ugly.
After the Texans game, I'm not including the Dolphins game because Mariota didn't play. Mariota came back and led us to 4 straight victories. So I want to see that same resiliency coming off this last loss. That's what I want to see from Mariota and the Titans. And you look at the teams on paper, we should clearly have the edge. I think we're going to win. Good. You know what? The Colts give up 28 points per game, so that sounds like a good number for us to score. Okay. I say we win 28-14.
Seriously, hit us up if y'all are planning on making the trip up there.
Justin, you know what?
Yes, Caleb, thank you.
So, I guess we just can't see the grand scheme of the John Madden God because we actually won last week against the Steelers, and the Titans lost. I'm excited to journey down this path with you today, playing Madden.
Me too. It's truly an honor.
This is a brotherhood we have here.
Yes.
A brotherhood
without banners.
Without banners,
except for the Titans banner.
We should go beat these virtual Colts into the ground.
Check it, subscribe or pledge, whatever that means, and be a part of the exclusive group that will get content that is not seen amongst the regular cheapskate public.
Net neutrality.
Net neutrality.
Very well done.
That was not well done, but we can move on. Now you're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I know. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
I'm praying for you.
Hashtag.
I'm not even Catholic. Okay.
Hold on.
Let me know if you survive. That's disgusting.
Oh baby. Okay.
How do you just not like break and fall over paralyzed? I have no strong feelings one way or another. Looking ahead here.
99.
Okay. I like when we get the edges. It makes me feel very confident. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I got 2 TDs for you. Oh, I mean, it's like,
what is that?
Oh, no!